In this video, we're talking about the Bitey Finisher. No, not the name of my cat after breakfast. It's Shibata Takayuki's first ever whetstone. A sharpening stone that leaves an edge so aggressive it feels like it's hungry. How do you use it? Why would you want to? And do you actually need it? Stick around because we're going to slice into all of that. If you're into Japanese knife, you probably heard about Takayuki Shibata. Shibata-san is a famous sharpener in Japan. He's also the man behind the Tinker series with Takumi Ikeda. I have a Tinker tank. The Kutetsu series. I've got a 21 centimeter Gyuto right here. He started the Tsunehisa brand, which we also sell at Mesa Slijpers. And he also made these cute little fishing lures because he's an avid fisherman as well. About a month ago, Shibata-san released this, the Bitey Finisher. No, it's not named after Mike Tyson, known for brutally finishing the opponents, also famous for biting a certain opponent. The name is about the type of edge it makes. A toothy, grabby edge that bites into the ingredients instead of just gliding through them.
Finally, a stone that lets you intimidate your vegetables. Carrots fear you.
Now, most people will finish their knives on high grit stones. Maybe a 4000, 6000, 8000, maybe even 10,000 grit. I actually have a 12,000 grit stone. And of course you also have Japanese natural stones. Higher grit finishing stones, that makes the edge super smooth, like a glass table, which is great for sashimi, but for vegetables, I usually finish at 2,000 or 3,000 grit because that coarser edge basically grips and pulls itself into the ingredients, and it allows me to cut with almost using no pressure.
Translation: you let the knife do the heavy lifting so you can save your energy for lunch.
And I guess Shibata feels the same. And this stone is Shibata's way to let anyone get that same bite without needing a whole lineup of stones. The Bitey Finisher is a combo stone. 600 grit on one side, 1200 grit on the other side. Now here's the unusual part. The 600 grit side is much harder than usual when you compare it to other coarse stones. Normally a coarse stone around these grit counts, let's say 400, 600, 800, is much softer and fast cutting. Great for fixing chips, but Shibata-san made this 600 grit side a little bit more hard, so it will work more slower, more refined. So it's meant for finishing an edge, not repairing it. So if you're thinking, cool, now I can fix my broken knife in 2 minutes. Nope, it's not about speed. This is for finishing with an attitude. Before use, you'll need to soak it a little bit first. It seems like it doesn't bubble like a full soaking stone, a sign of that harder composition. For example, if I put this 400 grit Kazoku Prestige stone in the water, you can clearly see that this one is bubbling, you know, it's like really thirsty, it's soaking up the water. Also, if I put this 1000 grit Kazoku Prestige stone in the water, you can also see that that stone is definitely more thirsty than this Bitey Finisher. So that's basically visual proof that the Bitey Finisher from Shibata Takayuki actually is much harder than, let's say, the average coarse stone. Alright, I'm curious to see how quick I can raise a burr on this stone. Of course, let's start with the 600 grit side to form a new edge. I will raise a burr on one side. Already have a burr, so that is pretty fast. Yeah, I'm very happy with this burr. It's very even and I can feel it all over the edge. Ready for the other side. Very, very nice burr on both sides. Now I'll just gently remove the burr by just sharpening both sides without any pressure. Now I follow the same procedure on the 1200 grit side. Already a burr. Just give it a couple of more light strokes. Smooth. This side is really catching my skin. Yeah. Next I'm going to show you how to use this Bitey Finisher stone in a slightly more unique way. Because Shibata-san introduced something called differential sharpening to the knife community. That's just a fancier way of saying one light edge leading stroke on the 600 grit for one side, then flip to the 1200 grit, and then you do one light edge leading stroke on the other side. Repeat this process 2 or 3 times using feather light pressure. This knocks off the burr while leaving each side with a slightly different finish. And the result is an edge that grabs like a terrier. After sharpening, you want to get rid of the tiny burr left on the edge. You can hardly feel it and let alone see it on your edge, but trust me, on a microscopic level, your edge still has a lot of burr. First up, the paper test. Ooh, hear that roar? That's the toothy edge talking. High grit edges make a softer hiss. This has a little bit more tear. On veggies, I love to have a bitey edge. On, let's say, boneless, softer meats, maybe a little bit higher. For sashimi, definitely higher, at least 6, 8, maybe 12,000 grit. But I guess there is only one more thing to do right now, and that is testing this on a tomato.
Yeah, and if it fails, you're blaming the tomato.
Of course, the million-dollar question is, do you need this Bitey finishing stone? If you already own something between 400 and 2000 grit, you can probably make a very similar edge on those stones for sure. Actually, I used my Naniwa Chosera 1000 grit and my Naniwa Green Brick of Joy 2000 grit for a couple of years, and I must say, pretty much the same ballpark. These two stones also gave me an edge with a lot of bite. But here's the thing, there aren't many stones like this. I mean, other 600 grit stones might exist. I actually have never seen one of them before, but I'm pretty sure that none of those other 600 grit stones are specifically made to finish an edge on that grit. And I think that that is the unique selling point of the Bitey Finisher. If you want super sharp, silky smooth edges that just slide through food, skip this. You don't need it. You don't want that stone. You won't even like it. But it is interesting, it's fun, it's different, and it's from Shibata. That's reason enough for some of us.
In other words, you didn't need this stone. You just couldn't resist the shiny new toy.
But if you want a crisp, toothy edge that grabs into ingredients, crunches through them, and makes that satisfying, slicey, growling sound, then yes, this might be worth it. And Shibata says that this kind of finish gives you sharpness with grip, longer lasting edges, and just perfect performance for vegetables and everyday use. On single bevel slicers, would I sharpen my Yanagiba on this? No. You will probably ruin your sashimi. But for gyutos, nakiris, pettis, bunkas, santokus, your all-purpose blades, yes. And personally, I just love the idea, the concept behind the Bitey Finisher. And yes, I'm keeping mine.
Wow, what a twist ending. No one saw that coming.
Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or need to troll me to make you feel better about yourself.
Don't hit the like and subscribe button, nor the notification bell, and don't even think of becoming a member. It will only encourage him to continue making content for this channel. That's not what the internet needs.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye, humans. Try not to cut yourselves.
Chef enthusiast. Chef enthusiast.